the right way. I got some breakfast here at my hotel. I'm sitting here in Yokohama, closer to the Tokyo side of things. And I'm gonna get this day started off right with some good food. But today is gonna be fun. Got some Fuji Speedway action coming up later today. I'm gonna be at the track doing some sessions. There's 2 sessions. Try to get some decent lap times and see how it goes with my new brakes. All right, so I'm on my way right now to grab my car parked in the parking lot. One thing you should know is when you come to Japan and you bring a vehicle or you have a vehicle here, make sure you find a hotel that has parking at the hotel that can fit your vehicle. Because I made that mistake this time and I'll never make that mistake again. Because now I'm having to park in a parking lot that's like blocks away, like half a mile away. I don't mind the walk, but I really don't like doing that. It's not cool. So anyways, it's all good. I learned my lesson this time. Go to Yokohama Bay Sheraton as much as possible. Just made it to the glorious Fuji Speedway, here to get some laps in. There's 2 sessions available. I'm just gonna pay for both. I'm gonna aim to do both. We'll see how it goes. I mean, if I do really well in the first session, who knows, maybe the second one I won't do it. Or if I'm like, I think I can get a little bit more, I'll do it. But we'll figure it out, I don't know. I just paid for 2, so I got it done. Weather is absolutely perfect right now. It's like, and I think in Tokyo it was like more 70-ish or so. Here, this is like 60 something. I mean, this is like 60 to 65 in that range. I mean, it's perfect. I mean, this is perfect track weather. I wish you could see the mountain, Fuji mountain right there, but you can't because the clouds are covering it, but it's all good. It's still beautiful out, sunny. I mean, I can't have it any better than this. Coming out here to Fuji Speedway, getting some laps in, it's just incredible. Dream come true always. All right, so I got my tickets. So 2 entry passes to do both sessions, NS4 and T4. So 2 30-minute sessions. They're like damn near back to back. It kind of sucks. I wish I had a little bit more time in between, but these are the only 2 sessions they have today. And I got a late start. I didn't get a late start today. I just got out of the hotel late. So anyways, I'm looking forward to making this happen. I'm gonna be running Fuji International Speedway. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right, I need to hurry up and get my car all prepped. All right, we're gonna get this first session in. Let me get my cameras all set up. We're gonna do this first session. All right, let me throw my gloves on. Where's my keys at? I'm probably sitting on my keys. Pretty sure I'm sitting on them. Or they're in my pocket. There we go. I'm already a few minutes late, but it's all good. All right, let's get it. Let's do this. All right. All right, let's do this thing. Fuji Speedway, let's do it. We'll see how this goes. All righty.
Uh-oh. Brakes didn't want to work too well, that's all. want me to pit in real quick. Camera.
外れる可能性があるので外してもらうことってできますかね。
English.
This camera, maybe.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
I'll pull it right here. Actually, I'll pull it right here. They want me to pull my 360 camera off. Gosh darn it. Alrighty. Now that I removed that, I gotta do a little cool down for my brakes before a slower lap right now just to cool off my brakes. All right, so just got done with my first session. I didn't do the full session. I actually did just like half of it. I started running and then they black flagged me to come in because my 360 camera that I had on there, they were afraid that it's gonna come off, even though it's never come off before. I actually ran this track last time I was here with the 360 camera, no issues, but you know, I'm not gonna argue with them. So it's all good, it's track rules, whatever. At least I got other cameras too. But after that, there was like no point in me running any more laps because I needed to cool down these brakes and yeah, they look good. Cool down the brakes, cool down everything instead of going and trying to run hard again, keeping the car hot and only having 10 minutes to cool down between the next session. Did a quick cool down lap, pulled back in, letting the car cool down so I can go a lot harder again, or go hard again on this next session. So didn't want to give up on this next session just for a few more minutes of not faster times. So, but yeah, I think 2:07 was his best lap, at least that I saw on my phone. I don't know if it's accurate or not because this same app has been 3 to 4 seconds off before on other tracks for whatever reason. So I got to go back and check, but it says 2:07. I mean, this is a stock car. The only thing changed is I got the exhaust system, no tune, and then I had to replace my brake rotors on the front, and then I put Project New brake pads all 4 corners, and then better brake fluid. That's it. Yeah, so really, it's a stock car, just maintenance stuff, you know. So, I do have the HKS coilovers. I do have the Mine strut tower brace. That does help with handling. It does help with handling. No more power, but it does help with handling. But yeah, I mean, first session was fun. It was a good time. I'm happy. 2:07. I mean, you can't complain. I would like for it to be quicker, but I gotta get, I think I need a better tire for it to be quicker. These tires are like really good all-season style tires with good grip for all season, but they're not track tires. So I am losing a bit like in some of these corners. I mean, you can probably see on the video, some of these corners I'm just missing. I can't drive in as hard as I want and get through the corner as hard as I want, carry the speed I want, because it just starts pushing through it. So that's slowing me up a little bit. I think with a better tire, I'd be good. Like, and I'm not even saying I gotta throw a slick on there or even like a race tire. I just gotta throw just like a 200 tread wear. I think these are like 300 something, 320 if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Let me see if 320, yeah, 320 tread wear tires is what I got on right now. So they are not the grippiest tires in the world, but they did all right. For what I'm trying to do, they did all right. I wish I would have gotten some 200 tread wear and thrown on here. I think I would have knocked off a lot more time, but it's all good. You live and you learn. But anyways, we'll let the car cool down and then I'm gonna jump into the next session. Alrighty. Time to get my next session in. Second session. First one went well. I think it was good. Brakes worked the whole time. I'm gonna get a few laps. I won't run the full thing. I'm already late anyways, but just wanted to let the car cool down. Now that the car's cooled down, this will be really helpful. Let's see if I can do some things to get a little bit better. Just doing a warm-up lap right now, just trying to get the tires warm. And then I'm gonna hit it on this lap coming up. good. That's it. My oil temps are really, really hot. So let me not hurt anything. Man, that was fun. That was a fun little session right there. Got after it as much as I could with these tires, doing what I could. My oil temp got really, really hot. I should have been watching it a little bit better. Got up to like almost 120, which is a lot higher than it should be. So I should have been watching that. I wasn't. The brakes definitely are better now. They're definitely better. That's for sure. Brakes are a lot better. You can actually use them throughout the session. What a day, what a day, what a day. My track day is over for today. I had a lot of fun. Got a bunch of laps on track. When I say a bunch, I mean not a ton, I guess. I don't know, I gotta do the math on it. Maybe 8 or so laps total, which for me, I'm cool with that. Like, there's only 2 sessions, 2 30-minute sessions. You don't want to burn the car down. I gotta drive this thing the next few days. So just wanted to get a few laps in each session, feel out the car, drive it harder than I did last time. I literally knocked off like 10 seconds off of my last time I was here, mainly because the brakes, just getting these brakes better. And it's not like I did a big brake kit. All I did was replace the rotors with Nismo rotors, so there's a little bit better rotors, brand new rotors. Do the pads, the Project Mu pads, all 4 corners, and then Motul RBF 700 brake fluid, and that's it. So basically just got the brakes where they need to be, like feeling like the best, not the best, but almost the best you can do with the 4-piston brakes. They're still 4-piston, so they don't stop the greatest, but they're definitely better right now than they were before, and they lasted throughout the session, which was good. I still kind of have a little bit of weird butterflies from my brake pedal going to the floor last time I was here. So like, it took me a little bit before I really wanted to push this thing, because I'm like, I hope it can work, but hey, it worked, it was good. I started pushing a little bit harder, did a 2-minute 7 for my lap time or whatever, which, I mean, for a 24-year-old car, 1999 stock power, I mean, to the wheels, this thing probably makes like 200 something, maybe 300 horsepower max. Big old car, 3,500 pounds, whatever. So, you know, not the fastest car by any means today, but still, I think a decent time for what it is. I think I can knock off quite a bit of time if I just get some better tires. These all season 320 tread wear are not the business for this track. They were decent. Like they get around. They're decent. They're not terrible, but you're not going to go as optimally fast as possible. So that's the next thing I got to do. I got to get better tires on it. Get some 200 tread wear, some real track tires for this thing. I don't need to go with a full-on race tire or anything like that. Obviously, that would be the quickest way, but I don't need to do all that. I just need to get just a 200 tread wear. This thing will start ripping. I'm pretty sure I can knock off a few seconds just with the tire, just with a better tire. So I'll stop pushing through the corners. I'll be able to get a little bit better grip. I'll be able to throw it into a corner a lot better, and it'll stick. You know, there's a few sketchy ones where I'm like, yeah, I don't want to throw it in that hard on this because it doesn't feel right. So yeah, no, better tire, and I think we'll be good. But anyways, I had fun. Car did well. Fuji Speedway is absolutely incredible, and I'm just super blessed to have the opportunity to do this, to be able to come here and live a childhood dream of driving at Fuji Speedway with this particular car. Love it. Wish I had a Corvette here. That'd be epic. If I had my C8 Z06 here, oh man, I would be ripping, but I don't. I only have my Japanese car here. So anyways, thanks all for tuning in, and that's it for today.